Alright. Okay, here we go. So, what I'm going to do on this video is, so I recently started a new character. Well, I haven't even started it, but I've come up with an idea for a new character. So, I've been magic finding a lot, and, so what I decided to do is kind of just do a video of, like, all the things that I found in the past week. I guess with the motivation of showing off and/or to kind of show what's possible and just like how I get all my gear and just give you some idea of what goes on. So this will just be just a showcase of some of the best things I found over the past week of magic finding, and I haven't even been magic finding like all that much. I've been doing, I don't know, a couple runs a day, or on average, something like that. Alright, so let's just start. Well, let's start with the easy thing. So Demon Limb, obviously this is a pretty common find, but it's always nice to have around. So I like it when I find one of those. That's always a good thing. Then something I've been looking for a while which is a Grizz Weapon. Unfortunately, this is only 3 sockets rather than 4. But I have been looking for one of these for a while, and I hope to eventually have a full Grizz set. I don't know if I might make a character on it or not. Maybe I will, but I'm glad to have it. You know, one step closer. You could do a lot of cool things with a full Grizz paladin, I think. And I have the helm and the armor I find a million times a year or a million times a week, whatever. So should be cool. Then I found this kind of cool, rare Amazon weapon. Unfortunately, I've already made my my Javazon, but so I wish I had this back then. But it's pretty cool, 4 skills, increased attack speed, and knockback. I guess that's good too. So then I found a Storm Shield, which is always nice to have. I actually, for some reason, I was doing magic finding for like months and months before I ever found one of these, and then recently I found like 5. Just like they're a pretty common item, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just RNG, dude. Like it averages out over time, but sometimes there are certain items that you just don't find for like a long time, and then over time it evens out. But yeah, sometimes it just seems like the floodgates open. Like these even really common items you won't find. But anyway, so I found another one of those. I probably already have more than I'll ever need of storm shields since I have like 4 or 5. But always good to have. Then I found a 4th giant skull. You'll notice that this one is like pretty crappy. I think the defense roll is literally as bad as it gets. It's only 1 socket, and the strength roll is middling. So I don't know. It's kind of like, why am I even keeping it? I think the only reason I'm going to keep it is that I am actually using, in some capacity, my 3 other giant skulls, and I actually can see a scenario in which this might actually be useful for like maybe a mercenary or something. So I decided to keep it. I'm kind of a hoarder when it comes to Diablo 2, and I'm thinking I'm going to do a video eventually of like my muling system and just show kind of the behind the scenes of like all my crap and like how much crap I've accumulated and like how I handle it. But yeah, so I just keep shit. It's always good to have it. Maybe you'll need it someday. And then I found, and this was a cool find actually. So I found some Shadow Dancers. Unfortunately, it's only 1 skill. And the other rolls, I don't know, I think the dex roll is okay, but it's really the skill roll that you really want, right? And kind of sucks when you get a really rare item and the roll is not that good. But yeah, I've been looking for these for a long time. I think eventually, because I have a Chaos that I made a while back, I think eventually I'm going to make some kind of a Whirlwind Assassin, maybe like a Trap Whirlwind Hybrid Assassin. And so I would think that I would use these, were I to do that, or maybe a kicksin of some sort. I don't know. I think just eventually I'm going to make some sort of an assassin like that. So it was good to finally have these. They may not even be best in slot, but I don't know. Sometimes I find a cool item, and I just want to build a build solely for the purpose of actually using it. And so that'll probably be the case with these. And then I found something that was pretty cool, which is just like, I think it's a near perfect vamp gaze. It's the best vamp gaze I've ever found. 20 DR, 8/7 life. So yeah, that's cool. Always good to have. Honestly, I feel many uses for a vamp gaze. Merc helm. Honestly, it could be a really good helm for a whirlwind assassin, I think. Because you need the dual leech and the damage reduce. Or you use fade. Anyway, so it's just cool to have. And then I found something that I've kind of been looking for a long time, which is like a druid tornado skiller helm. And this actually does have faster hit recovery. It's only 4 to tornado rather than 5, and also the other skill bonuses are crap. And there's no sockets, and there's no resistance, and it's only 7 to life is worthless. But pretty cool. I've been searching, like, I have been IDing every druid helm that I've ever found for so long, with the hope it would be even something like this. And so I finally found something kind of like this this week. So that's cool. And I might make an elemental druid at some point. I don't even know if this would really be better than like a Jalal's or whatever, but pretty cool. But this is not even the good stuff. So let's get to like the good stuff. Alright, so your eye might be caught at first by these runes, so couple lems, 3 for some reason, pretty lucky, in Mal. Then I found an Ohm rune in Hell Cows, which is dope. And then I found a Jaw rune, actually from Pindle, believe it or not. Yeah, so now I have 4 Jaw runes, and I'm really, the whole reason I'm magic finding actually is like really what I want right now is a Burr rune. Because the Burr rune is the only thing that's holding me back from creating this character that I want to create. Because I think it needs an Enigma or a Chain of Honor as well. I'll discuss this in a moment, but yeah, so that's nice to have. Now I have 4 Jaw runes. I also have a Cham rune, so I can make a Zod if I wanted to, and have a couple Jaws left over. But yeah, Jaw is like, believe it or not, Jaw has like somewhat limited usefulness, except it is used in one of the best rune words in the game, which is Enigma. So yeah, always good to have. And Ohm is a hugely useful rune. Many rune words use Ohm rune, so this is like a big one to have. Yeah, that's really good. Then I found this small charm, which I thought was kind of cool. It's like the biggest poison damage small charm I've ever found. So yeah, that was nice. I found the shape-shifting. I am actually making this actually I crafted, or I rolled it using like P-Gems. It's actually Veil GC. Even though it's not a great roll, I decided to keep it because I am in the process of making a Fury Druid. Or I was until I got distracted with this idea for a new character. And then I found a Traps Assassin. Like I said, I might make like a kind of a hybrid Traps Whirlwind, so that was cool. And then I found my second ever Stormlash. I actually found this like a half an hour ago or something. So this is actually better than the one I already have. It has higher enhanced damage and also higher lightning absorb, which are the only 2 things that vary. So yeah, probably throw this on my Zealer, because I am looking to have like an alternative setup with this thing. And but even all that together is not the things I was most excited to have found this week. So what I found this week, oddly enough, after so many months and weeks of playing Diablo 2, I have not found a decent, superior Archon plate, like ever. And so this week I found 3. And so here's the first one. Pretty good, came with 4 sockets. I didn't use the socket quest. 7 ED, not great. But I was glad to find it because, I might make a Chain of Honor in it someday. Archon plate's like, high defense. It's light, but it also like has the tendency to look cool on characters. So it's very desirable. Then I found another one, 8%, a little more defense, and so that's nice. Might use a socket quest on that. So those were good. But then, and this is the best thing. This is the best thing that I found all week, in my opinion. In my opinion. All right, look at it. This is like, it's like the pinnacle. It's just like the best that there you can get. I honestly couldn't, like, after so long waiting for like any superior Archon plate, to have found this, like 15 ED, no enhanced durability. I think the defense is 603 perfect. I think it might be. I mean, if you have 15 ED, is it necessarily perfect? I guess so. Although, could 1% really account for? Yes, it could. Okay, so yeah, 15 ED. So, and it came with 3 sockets. Like, look at this thing. You know, it like needs an enigma. It needs, like, I should just throw the jaw in it, the jaw rune in it, like right now. It just needs to be made into an enigma. You know. Even though personally, in my opinion, I kind of think it's stupid to make an enigma in a high strength armor, because enigma gives so much strength, and the whole point of it is you can make gain so much life. But even though it's kind of dumb, and I should just make an enigma like every time in a breastplate, because it just gives a flat defense bonus anyway. And who cares about defense compared to saving like dozens of strength points that you would otherwise have to spend getting up to 103 strength, blah blah blah. Even despite all that, it's just so good that I'm gonna make an enigma anyway on it, and so that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm basically searching for a burr rune, and I'm making an enigma out of this thing, and so my next build, which I'm thinking about making a video to talk about, is going to be like a Holy Shock Zealer / Fist of Heavens like hybrid. So I'll like have 2 setups, and I'll probably make a video about it, or I'll eventually make like a build guide video or whatever once it's actually built, which could be a long ass time because I need to find a frickin' burr rune. And right now I have like 2 lows, which is like adds up to a Sur rune. So I guess if I found a Sur rune, I could cube it all up, but that's a pain in the ass because then you're using 3 high runes to get 1. But otherwise, you're just waiting to find a burr, and that could take forever. I mean, I can't remember the last time I found a burr. I've only found like 2 burrs. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty good for like a week's. This is a week's take on Diablo 2 single player, and yeah, pretty happy with it. I don't know, like, I guess I'll call this video like Weekly Finds #1, but I don't know if there ever will be a #2. You know, I was like particularly not busy this week, and I had a lot of time, and I was kind of inspired to like go after this build, and wound up finding a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, just to give you guys some idea, some inspiration, just to show you what's possible on a single player. Again, this was all found on my hammered in, my level 94 hammered in, and then I mule it over and blah blah blah, and so yeah, not bad, right? Not bad for a week. But yeah, this is gonna be an enigma before long, hopefully. Yep. All right, so that'll be it for this one, I think.